Всем привет, с вами Антилар, продолжаю. Fallout 4 StoryWealth. Так, Realm нам находится к северо-западу. East. Вот здесь было. А, здесь стояло это. Здесь был телепортатор. Интересно, они его куда всунули? Да, они всунули этот Realm. Подводы? Не похоже. Они его, наверное, задизейблили. Ну тогда я его не найду. Ну ладно. Они задизейблили его, когда я закончил квест Келлис Мэннер. Жалко, я бы хотел туда вернуться и еще почекать, что там осталось. Но, да, в прошлой серии, кто пропустил, я делал квест Келлис Мэннер. Офигенный квест. А теперь давайте посмотрим, что там, черт возьми, на этих... На этом мосту. Там какая-то штука есть интересная. Так, вопрос на миллион. Как туда подняться? Вот мне кажется, вот это самое высокое место, куда я могу впихнуться. Или вот это еще выше. Мне кажется, вот это еще выше. А, you cannot go this way. Блин, отстойно. Так, ну... Так. В принципе. Так, отсюда вот сюда. О!
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Миллион роботов, что ли, или что здесь?
Threat analysis green. Security sweep cancelled.
Окей.
Who's there?
Так, здесь был подъемник, по которому я мог бы подняться. Это что такое там? У. Там такой называемый overcompensation идет в этой винтовке. Overcompensation означает, что на большие дистанции она стреляет не ниже прицела, как должно быть, а выше. Залтрон Доминейтор. Так, тут супер жесткий ганнер, робот и Азалтрон. Вот все, что осталось от ганнера, по всей видимости. Колонел. Самый жесткий ганнер из всех, которые есть. Полковник. Потому что дальше генералы уже идут. А генерал ганнеров у них что-то типа такого лидера. Не военного. Генералы не воюют на передовой. Полковники могут.
Nice.
Так. Тут что-нибудь есть? Fusion Gold. Вот эту штуку я заметил, думаю, блин, нифига себе. Какие ветряки, а нахрена это все? Вот это вот нахрена? А, not bad. О, е. Блин, тепловое зрение. Это какая-то лютая имбища. С этой винтовкой в паре. Так, это был легендарный хамелеон Deathclaw. Окей. Тут был робот. Аннигилятор Сентрибот МК-2. Ракеты брать не буду. И вот здесь была целая куча собак, вроде бы, да? Это 3. О! АР-15. Легендарный. 4-5. Все. Круто. Просто дедли комбинация. В этом регионе-то по факту больше ничего не осталось. Так, я могу левелапнуться. Perception. До 9. И я хочу Волт 4 зачекать. И мне надо поесть. То я как-то этот регион просто зачищаю очень эффективно. О, гляньте, новые рейдеры. Или это не рейдеры? Это рейдеры или не рейдеры? Это рейдеры. Это не могут быть не рейдеры. Скавенджеры. Ну, то же самое, что рейдеры. Трое их было. Так, где у нас? Волт 4 вот это? По-моему, вот это. Так, я не то включил. Надо было вот это включить. Здесь должен быть Форвилль. Hello.
All right, that's close enough. Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
Name's Roscoe. That's Chief Roscoe, by the way. Now it's your turn. What are you doing here?
I'm just exploring, looking for salvage.
I know it might look like it, but this isn't some junk town you can strip for parts. We got rules around here. There are places where you can do some trading, but we don't tolerate any trouble.
But I'm a fellow vault dweller. Can't you just let me in?
I think you got the wrong idea about this place, bub. We're not vault dwellers. Vault 4 has never opened. Anyway, I'm not really supposed to turn people away unless it's obvious they're trouble. Man, you seem all right to me. So, welcome to Forville. And before you say anything about the name, don't bother. I didn't come up with it. The mayor likes to meet all new visitors, so the town hall should be your first stop. If you have a crime to report, come find me. If you commit a crime, next person you'll be talking to is my rifle. I hope we're clear.
Окей, Форвилль тур. Поговорить с мэром Форвилля.
You're new here, aren't you? The name's Big Ears. I saw you come in. I always like to speak to the new people in town. I can help you get the lay of the land better than anyone else here.
How'd you get that name?
On account of these big old things on the side of my head. And how I always keep them to the ground. So, are you interested in my help?
I'm listening.
Great! So, here's the deal. I know loads of useful information that you might need if you're going to make your way in Forville. There are all kinds of people here. Some of them you'll want to mix with. Some of them you won't. You pay me a cap, and I'll give you a little piece of useful info. How does that sound?
Let's see what you've got.
Fantastic. Here's one to get you started. If you're new in town, the first person you're going to want to see is the mayor. The second thing you need to know is that we're in the middle of an election. Mayor Sanders is up for re-election. But I hear Miss Mackenzie is going to run him close. So, what did you think? Want any more? I've got plenty where they came from.
Интересно. Ну давай еще.
Let's hear it.
You won't regret it. Word to the wise, don't ever talk to Chuck. He's the meanest son of a bitch I've ever met. Mind you, I'd be bad-tempered too if I had to dig in the dirt all day. I think I outdid myself with that one. Don't you?
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Are you trying to get free information out of me? If you want to know what's going on in the town, you'll need to stump up some cash.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Haven't you figured it out yet? There's something sinister going on in this town, and you're the only one who can help. I'm sorry, I'm just shitting you. You should have seen the look on your face.
Я вообще
I
не
really need the
удивился.
money, and gossip and information are the only commodities I have. So help a poor guy out and buy a tip.
Let's hear it.
This one is especially juicy. Deputy Security Officer Sanders is probably the most useless member of Forville Security. She only got her job because her father is the mayor. Admit it, you'd be lost without me.
Мне просто похер.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Are you trying?
Это я
Tell me
уже
more
слышу.
about this town of yours.
Are you?
Let's hear it.
If you're looking for a gun, talk to
Так,
Mike on
во.
the upper level. Pretty helpful, right? Want another one?
Последнюю.
Let's hear it.
Only the best tips for you. If you're looking for an extra gun, I hear Logan is looking for work. He's almost always at the bar.
Sure.
How about another?
Let's hear it.
This one is especially juicy. We've got a lot of weirdos in this town. But Nigel Healy Hutchinson is
Yeah.
the weirdest of them all. Stop by Knock Lofty House on the upper level. You'll see what I mean. I think I outdid myself.
А, давай еще одну.
Let's hear it.
You won't regret it. Mayor Sanders' secretary is pretty mean. Weird thing is, I've never seen her leave the town hall. I think I outdid my...
Let's hear it.
You'll love this one. Watch out for Nelson. He hangs around in the bar and he's always looking to take advantage of new people. Like yourself. How about another?
Let's hear it.
Only the best tips for you. Stay on Chief Roscoe's good side. He's all business. How about another?
Это
Let's hear
дерьмо.
it.
You won't regret it. If you're looking for a history lesson, stop off at the Forville Museum. Or, if that's a little above your head, you could listen to one of Teddy's stories with the other kids. I think I outdid myself with...
Давай еще одну.
Let's hear it.
You won't regret it. The Church of the Four are a strange folk, but they're harmless enough. You should stop by for a sermon from the Father. How about another?
Let's hear it.
Only the best
Я
tips
так
for
все
you.
мои 200 тысяч
That Betty
потрачу.
is awful jumpy, but she seems nice enough. Stop by if you're looking to trade. Pretty helpful, right? Want another one?
Я уже половину забыл.
Let's hear it.
You'll love this one. Hux runs the doctor's office. Don't be scared by him. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Pretty helpful, right?
Let's hear it.
This one is especially juicy. Make sure you stop by Lorraine's cafe. How about another?
Так.
Let's
Блин,
hear
сколько
it.
тут
You won't regret
NPC?
it. Huh. Looks like I'm out of tips. But tell you what, I'll put my ear to the ground and see if I can find out anything else for you. Come back in a few days.
А. Окей.
Hey there.
Welcome to Forville. I've not seen you around town before. Are you interested in seeing the Forville tents? Or perhaps purchasing a souvenir?
What do you sell here?
We sell samples of dirt from the earth around the tents, certificates of authentication to say you've seen the tents, as well as some pre-war knickknacks.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
So, you want the talk? All right. Here goes. More than 200 years ago, the Great War broke out across the world. Thousands of people took shelters in things called vaults, like the one behind me. When the vaults sealed, they were expected to open up after 20 years. There were some who decided that if they could wait that long, they could find shelter when it opened. George Willis was one such man. Together with his family, he arrived in the entrance cave to Vault 4 on the day of the Great War. Behind me, you can see the very tent he pitched for shelter, made from a recovered log and a sheet of plastic. It was a far cry from the shelters which would come later.
Could he really have survived out here, all alone?
Well, that's where the story goes next. He wasn't alone. Over time, more refugees began showing up at the vault seeking shelter. As more people came, they needed more living space. The early residents of Forville began to dig out the walls of the cave and used reclaimed wood and dismantled vault tech equipment to build houses. This process is still ongoing as workers tirelessly dig to create new spaces for houses and maybe find a way inside the vault. Many of us in Forville still dream that the vault may one day open, including members of the Church of the Four, who you can see often worship in this site. And that's the story of the Forville tents. If you want to learn more, you can visit the Forville Museum or the Church of the Four.
Окей.
Tell me more about this vault.
Do you want the talk? All right, here goes. More than 200 years ago, the great
Блин.
George Willis behind me.
There's no way that could ever work.
Look around you. Art over time.
Sure,
The early
right.
this process. Many of us in Forville, and
Это я
that's
слышал.
Let's see what you have.
make sure to pick up one of the certificates.
Так. Сертификат аутентикации 1. Ха. Окей. Сделано прикольно.
Hi.
The Four watches over us. The Four protects us.
Hi.
Until he opens again, sister.
Hi.
The Father is so wise.
Excuse me.
Have you come to learn of the Four?
О, блин.
Hey.
I hope the vault opens in my lifetime.
Hey there.
I don't have time to chat.
Hey there.
Welcome to Forville.
Окей.
Have you come to learn of the Four?
The Four watches over us.
Tell me something I don't know. Ну да, хрен оно откроется. Church of the Four. Church of the Four. Господи, блин. 4.
Can't pick this.
Санктум. Святилище.
Hi.
The Father is so wise.
Так, ну у них, видимо, одна и та же реплика на всех. Это не работает, блин!
Hey.
Until he opens again, sister.
Ха, вот эта штука для открытия, но она не работает. Блин. Так, а тут что?
Excuse me.
I don't have time to chat.
Hi.
Stop by Mike's if you're looking for some firepower.
Ничего нет. А тут здесь есть Armor Workbench. Bait Shop
We need the key.
Inventory. Ладно. Сделано прикольно. Bar and Common Room. Окей.
Hey.
Pull up a chair. Let's talk. I've got a proposition that might interest you. Hey, you're the new girl, right? I'm Nelson. Pleased to meet you.
Это Ганнер.
Nice to meet you.
Well, you're a polite one. A rare thing these days. I've got a proposition for you.
Рама у
Something
него,
I can
видишь?
tell you're going to love. I run a little game here in town.
Hey, newbie, I don't think you should...
How about you mind your own damn business, Rusty? I'm sure our friend here is smart enough to make their own decisions. How about you go back to doing what you do best? Keeping your mouth closed and serving the drinks. Where was I? Oh, that's right. I was about to give you the opportunity to get in on a little game we play. I call it playing the numbers.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You ready to hear the rules? We play once a week. Each player pays a 100 cap entry fee. Expensive, I know, but if you win, then you win big. Every player is given a random number between 1 and 100. At the end of the week, a winning number is chosen at random. If someone has a winning number, they win half the pot. The other half goes to me as an administrative fee. Of course, if there's no winner, then I keep the pot. It all goes towards the cost of running the game, of course. So what are you saying? Fancy playing the numbers?
What do you do around here?
I told you already. I run a little game. Most fun game in town, that's what we all say. Are you in or not?
Sure.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right, I'll take your 100 caps. Here's your number. Come back in a week or so when I've done the draw. Good luck.
Но он неплохо зарабатывает. Ну, для меня 100 кэпс бесполезно.
I don't have time to chat.
Hey there.
I want to see the vault open as much as the next person. But there are other issues to consider. Miss Mackenzie realizes that.
Hey there.
I don't have time to chat.
Hi.
I'm not about to give up on Vault 4 opening. I'm gonna vote for Mayor Sanders.
Hey, newbie. I saw you talking to Nelson before. A word of advice. Keep away from him. He's nothing but trouble. And just so we're clear, we're not friends. I just don't want you to lose all your caps, is all.
So what do you do here?
I just got here a few days ago. Looking for work.
If you really want out of here, you can come work for me on a settlement.
Huh. Work for you on a settlement? No. No, I think you've got the wrong idea of the kind of work I do. I do bodyguard work, bounty hunting, clearing out raiders, and things like that. If times get really tough, then I'll root through desks and filing cabinets for spare caps. It's amazing where pre-war folk used to leave those things.
I bet you hear all kinds of gossip.
And of course I hear things. But I wouldn't last long in this business if I spilled secrets to strangers in bars.
I'm interested. If you think you've got what it takes.
No, I've got what it takes. I've got 2 decades on the road in the Commonwealth under my belt. So don't question me. If you really want to hire me, my fee is 200 caps. I don't negotiate.
I can't help with that.
Sorry to hear that. If you do hear anything, you let me know. I'll be sticking around here for a while.
Hey.
Oh, hey there. I'm Rusty, the bar, guy? Can I, get you a drink or something?
Is everything all right? You seem upset.
Everything's fine, honest.
Something's bothering you. I can tell.
Alright, I'll tell you. It's just that everyone around here bullies me. They call me mean names like Rusty Bullet Hole. I hate it so much. Just because I'm young, they think they can push me around.
So stop crying about it and stand up for yourself.
You know what? You're right. I can't keep letting them talk to me like that. I'm going to talk to them as soon as I finish my shift.
Дай мне, блин, купить ведь еще.
I'm gonna show Nelson who's boss. Just you wait.
Банкхаус. Банкхаус — это, по-моему, дом с этими. Короче, это коробочный дом. Да. Так, в ту сторону я не смотрю.
Mayor Sanders is getting my vote.
Но я могу тут поспать, что я и сделаю, чтобы сохраниться. Так. Так, значит, вот это бар. И вот это банкхаус. Наверху столько всего. Вот это что? Нелли Резиденс. Так, в Нелли Резиденс. Теодор Нелли.
Hello there, stranger. If you've come to hear my stories, you're too late. You can come back tomorrow morning if you're interested.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
There's no need to worry about me. I'm perfectly happy here with my stories.
So what do you do here?
I tell stories to the little children. It's all an old man like me can do. If you come back in the morning, you're more than welcome to hear one.
Tell me about yourself.
What sort of thing do you want to know?
What's it like, you know, being a ghoul?
I won't lie to you. It's difficult. Sometimes I struggle to remember what it was like before. I've been a ghoul for most of my life, you see. That's why I live through my stories. They help me remember how it was before.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've lived here a long time. In fact, I was one of the first residents. I love talking about the early days of this place, when it was nothing but tents. Why don't you come back for story time? I love to tell stories about those days, and my life before the war.
Have you been here for 200 years?
Oh yes, and I'm quite proud of it. I'm the only living resident of the original camp setup outside the vault over 200 years ago.
That's a long time.
Oh, not at all. The years flew by. I was already an old man when I got here. What was another lifetime or two on top of that? Besides, I had to stay because, well, I don't really like to talk about it.
It's all right. You can tell me.
I had a place in the vault, but my son and grandson didn't. We all came here on the day of the war, but they weren't allowed in. I gave up my place so they could be safe. I never really thought I'd live long enough to see it open, but then the radiation got to me and made me live forever. 20 years passed and the vault never opened, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. This place is home for me now. Now I'm an old man who lives in his stories. It's not the retirement I wanted, but I've made peace with it, and I'm happy.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Well, you've come to the right person. Longbottom might think his museum is the definitive town history, but I actually lived it.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
When I first arrived, it was just a single tent, A lot's changed since then. A lot of building, digging, and failed attempts to get inside the vault.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
That depends what part of the town you're talking about. They finished construction on the vault in 2075 or 6? Early 7 at the latest. The first tent was set up on the day of the bombs by a man named George Willis. You'll hear a lot of people around here talk about him like he was some kind of god or a king. Me? I never liked the man. I found him arrogant, especially once he proclaimed himself mayor of his little tent village.
Tell me more about this vault.
Vault Tech advertised that all the vaults would open after 20 years. A lot of people came here expecting shelter. They thought they could wait out the 20-year closure and then they'd be safe. That the vault would let them in. The thing is, the vault never opened. I'm not sure if it ever will after all this time.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
When I first arrived...
Tell me more about this town of yours.
When I...
What do you know about him?
Like I said, he was arrogant. He arrived on the morning of the bombs. I arrived in the afternoon. But by that time, he'd already proclaimed himself leader of the refugees there. He pitched that tent, and the rest is history.
What happened to him?
The same thing that happened to everyone else. He died. He was an old man when it happened. Older than I was when I first arrived, which is saying something. He wanted to be buried at sea, so he put his body in the water outside. Just as well, I think. Stopped his grave becoming a pilgrimage site for the church weirdos that came later.
Tell me more.
I thought I'd never forget all those people who survived the first days of the war in this cave. Now I struggle to remember all their faces.
Tell me more about this...
When I first arrived...
Tell me more about this vault.
Vault Tech advertised that they thought the thing...
That was all I had.
Got any other questions?
That was all I had.
Is there anything...
I don't need anything.
That's all right. It was nice talking to you.
В середине ночи. Да, интересная информация, очень хорошо проработанный квест, как я вижу. Такие прикольные штуки тут. В общем, да. Так. Это дети, с которыми он разговаривает.
Hi.
I don't have time to chat. I'm with Mackenzie, all the way.
Excuse me.
Hello and welcome to the Forville Town Hall. On behalf of Mayor Sanders, allow me to welcome you to our beautiful town. Now what the hell do you want?
What do you do around here?
Haven't you heard? I'm the mayor. Oh wait, I'm not. I'm just his secretary. Now what the hell do you want?
What's with the attitude?
If you don't like my attitude, let me demonstrate the solution.
Чё?
No way to pick this.
You've had the greeting once, you don't get it again.
Right? Need to see the mayor about something.
Oh, is that all? His office is just to your left.
Hey.
Why, hello there. Roscoe radioed and mentioned we had a visitor coming down. I hope he didn't give you too much trouble. He loves to try and vet visitors. He told me you mentioned something about being a vault dweller. I'd be quite interested in hearing more about it.
I'm from Vault 111.
Vault 111? I've never heard of that one. We got a few people coming here from 81, but no one's ever claimed to be from 111. Now, I'm sure you've noticed our town's main attraction, Vault 4.
I always make sure to let the new visitors know the door can't be open. It hasn't opened since the day the bombs fell over 200 years ago. Our ancestors waited outside the vault, expecting shelter when it opened after 20 years. But it never did. Some people, me included, still hold out hope that the vault will open one day. But listen to me talking your ear off. If you really want to learn more, you can visit the site of the original town in front of the
Одно и
vault
то же, они
door,
мне все говорят,
or
одно и
visit
то
our
же.
museum above the entrance. Feel free to take in what the town has to offer. Enjoy yourself. My door is always open if you want to have a little.
Твоя дверь не была открыта 10 секунд назад.
Hey there.
Oh, hello again. I do hope
Nothing else for now.
you come back anytime, you hear?
Меня уже задолбало с ними разговаривать. Тут ничего нет в этом месте. Абсолютно ничего. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу. Спокойно. Так, это... Что? Так, кровать. Посплю здесь. Так, ну отсюда можно пройти наверх. В принципе, внизу все.
Hey there.
Piss off. I'm working.
Excuse me.
It's hard work, but someone has to do it.
Как они это копают лопатами? Это ж чертов камень. Так, давайте посмотрим, можно ли...
World famous sweet rolls. Watch out, they're addictive.
Лол.
A new patient. I should be able to accommodate you, but you're going to have to pay, since you don't pay taxes here.
Whoa! What the hell are you?
Haven't you ever seen a super mutant before? At least you didn't scream or attack me, so that's something new at least.
You're a super mutant?
Yes, of course I'm a super mutant. Didn't I just tell you that? Anyway, there's a lot more to me than that, you know.
So, why don't you hate humans like the rest of your kind seem to?
I moved to the East Coast to get away from the prejudice. But it seems like it's the same wherever I go. Not all super mutants are violent idiots, you know. The second generation ones might be, but not me. Not a lot of my brothers, actually.
Was wondering if there was anything you needed help with.
No, I'm just fine, thank you. Do you need my help?
What do you do around here?
I'm the town doctor. I can fix your cuts, scrapes, breaks, addictions.
Are you really a doctor?
Yes, I'm really a doctor.
И так еще руку поставил одна.
250 years experience with humans, animals, and mutants.
На пояс.
Ты реально доктор?
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
Мне надо радиацию вылечить.
Think I soaked up some rads out there.
Let me see. Yeah, you've taken a dose of rads, all right. Take this shot. Should keep your skin nice and smooth.
Aww.
Was there anything else you needed?
No other complaints.
Glad to hear you're feeling better.
I should get going.
Very well. You stay safe now.
Best guns in the Commonwealth sold here.
Доктор Хаксли, Workers, Chuck's Shack. Давайте посмотрим эту фигню.
Always nice to meet a new customer.
И закончим на этом.
Name's Mike. Just Mike, not Michael or Mickey. No surname, just Mike. Got that? If you want guns, I've got guns. If you want work, I've got work. What'll it be?
Let's see what you have.
Блин, да какого хрена там женщина голая сидит? Какого фига? Нет. Ну, у него ничего такого интересного нет. У него есть террор гранейт, который я буду покупать. Потому что их хрен скрафтишь. Все, я на этом заканчиваю. И я сейчас пойду и задизейблю всех этих голых женщин. Всем спасибо, всем пока. С вами был